This is your Gaming Weekly News. The Xbox Handheld has been sidelined. This is the official Xbox Handheld, a console-like handheld that is supposed to be like an Xbox Series X in handheld form, with also a dock for your TV. Xbox just announced yesterday that they are sidelining the project due to recent difficulties with the upcoming Windows 11 and being outperformed by Steam OS. Windows Central Jez Corden broke the news saying, "It was always a bit unclear if Microsoft's handheld was designed to be native Windows 11, a PC gaming style handheld, or more of a native Xbox console style experience." Jez says it seems that it was indeed meant to be a device that could run full Xbox games. Instead, Xbox and Microsoft had decided to prioritize the upcoming Xbox Asus ROG Ally or Project Cannon. This is a handheld device that we've covered that will not play your console games and is more of a PC handheld. Jez Corden goes on to say that at least for now, he has been told that Microsoft still has big ambitions and is investing heavily to deliver a native Xbox handheld, but the shift is about prioritizing and allocating resources right now. Microsoft potentially has some stacked against it here, with Steam OS and the Steam Deck platform already spreading across Windows 11-based PC gaming handhelds. Initial tests reveal huge battery life and performance improvements with Steam OS over Xbox's current Windows 11 gaming platform. Jez says hopefully these priority shifts will deliver improvements PC gamers are looking for and eventually lead to a more optimized platform for things like Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox Cloud Gaming, and the multimodality that Microsoft clearly believes is the gaming future. The problem right now is the Xbox gaming handheld was supposed to launch alongside the next generation Xbox gaming console that was supposed to launch sometime around holiday 2027. Jez Corden reports that this is still on track, with the handheld being sidelined. One of the issues that this handheld is coming up against is performance and optimization when it is looked at as a competitor with Steam OS, but the other issue is full capability and compatibility with all of your Xbox games. If Xbox plans to bring some 40 million people up to next generation with a gaming handheld in concert with a console or a PC, they dang sure better hope that all of your games that you own or any game available on the Xbox Series consoles, some 6,000 games, would come over with that handheld. It's my speculation that compatibility is one major problem and their performance issue is something that Microsoft should totally have a handle on. They're literally the team that developed and built Windows Gaming, Windows PC, and continue to be one of the front runners and pioneers for gaming software, and they're being beat by Valve. Of course, the first reaction everyone's going to have is if they're canceling or delaying or sidelining the Xbox handheld, that surely they're going to do the same for the next Xbox gaming console. If we're supposed to see this thing sometime in 2027 for release, then is it possible that Xbox could just scrap the console and hardware altogether? The problem with that logic of thinking is that, well, Xbox can do anything they want to, and they've certainly shocked us in the past, but they absolutely need their gaming platform on console, even on handheld. They rely on it heavily in a whole tiered system of Game Pass, PC gaming, and console gaming, and none of those work without the other. So no, I don't believe for a second that the next Xbox gaming console is going to be delayed or completely scrapped, but we have a lot to look forward to because I think that announcement may come sometime in the next year or not long after that. The wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't very long if you're looking forward to this upcoming game in 2 weeks, Mindseye. The reception for Mindseye has been pretty mixed and actually kind of cold, as fans have called it third-person shooter, the game. But before we get into the complaints, the CEO of Build a Rocket Boy completely damaged the reputation and the potential launch for Mindseye by accusing bots and paid fans for trashing the game. Mark Gerhard, the CEO at Mindseye, said he believes the underwhelming reaction to the imminent game is a result of a concerted effort to trash the game and trash the studio. In a series of posts on the game's Discord server, Gerhard responded with a question from a fan asking if he thinks that all the negative reactions were financed with someone, and he said 100%. When pressed further, Gerhard said that There is a concerted effort by some people that don't want to see Leslie or Build a Rocket Boy be successful, so it's pretty easy to see bots and the repeated replies to any content that we put out, close quote. The last thing you want to do before you're ready to ship a big game is shift the blame to other people or even gaming fans themselves. Mr. Matty Plays did a great breakdown of a hands-off preview he got of the game, getting to see a ton of the combat and campaign, saying that the game looked very stiff, had repeated animations. The developers were plainly playing the game in God mode because all of the damage they were taking would have stopped progress. There were repeated mechanics of a drone that wasn't actually being used, and a promise of big, exciting mechanics that never materialized in the preview. Those of you who've seen several minutes of the gameplay and the trailers, looking at what you have here is a really visually impressive game that actually looks to me like Saints Row decided to make their next game be a little bit more serious. And I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. Personally, I look at games like this and the very first thing I'm looking for is not how much it will fail, but looking at what are things here that are going to entice me to want to like this game or play it. It's got all of the basic formula items that really make me excited to play. Third person, semi-open world, or a living city to drive around in. The driving mechanics, shooting out of a car, third person shooting, cover-based systems, all that stuff is really great and has been a staple of some 15 plus years in gaming. But there isn't much else to see outside of this. A lot of people are saying Mindseye looks like a Just Cause ripoff, but Mindseye has always been kind of a spooky game that has been revealed all too soon before the actual release date. When you're not actually getting a great look at gameplay till about 1 or 2 months before launch, and before that it was just cinematics, you have to kind of wonder, what is this game going to be? In fact, some people are saying they expect this game to get the low 70s or maybe a 60 Metacritic. One previewer even said it was possible this game could be just under a 50 out of 100. But I have to know, what do you think of Mindseye? Is there a threshold where you think that you might actually just go ahead and make the leap and see if Mindseye is a game that you want to buy, or even a game you want to play when it's on sale? We're just 10 days away from the big Xbox showcase and about 8 days away from Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest. There are going to be a ton of reveals and announcements ready to break down in the coming weeks. So much to cover and look forward to. If you checked out my video about the showcase, I talked about everything Xbox has in the pipeline, save 2 games that I didn't cover because I was feeling a little bit iffy about them. Check out that video. It's linked in the description. You want to see everything that Xbox could possibly be showing, and I think they're going to end that show with an amazing reveal. And that's your gaming weekly news. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I took a couple of weeks off from Gaming Weekly News because I had to cover Showcase, wanted to cover some other stuff, and I went out of town and hung out with an old high school friend and saw Sammy Hagar play live, and that was a really good time. It's really important for us to get out there and really enjoy life. 2025 has been amazing. There's so many great games that can just keep us locked in and enjoying those for hours and hours. I hope all of you are getting out there, enjoying the news, because some of it's been dicey and a lot of studio problems that I didn't even cover here. You know what I'm talking about. Marathon, PlayStation's live service thing. It has just been so much doom and gloom. And I really want to focus on the stuff that we could possibly be excited about, because I think there's still so much more that we can have time to play, and way too many games if we wanted to buy them all. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel, hit that join button below. Joining the membership gets you early access for videos. You get those some 12 hours before they go up public. Gets you monthly merch giveaways, special badges in the chat, gets you special privileges in the live show. Also, check out the XNC podcast. We have that running every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're also going to be doing live footage and extra coverage for the game showcase. So much to look forward to. Also, check that on Spotify and iTunes if you want to hear this on the go. Let me know what you think about this Gaming Weekly News. What things you want me to add and other news that you want to cover. Are you going to buy Mindseye? That's what I want to hear in that comment section. I want to see how people are feeling about it. Let me know in there, and while you do that, please, as I always say, be nice.